The following is a live broadcast of a Lone Star community radio program, recorded and broadcasted live on irlonestar.com, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and facebook.com/irlonestar. For more information on this show, please visit our show page at irlonestar.com/shows. To sponsor or donate to this program, visit our donate page at irlonestar.com/donate, or email us at lscrstudios@gmail.com, or give us a call at 936-666-1084. Lone Star Community Radio production and broadcast is possible by folks like you. So sponsor and donate today.
Hi, I'm Kenna Danielle, and you are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Melanie Shuttle here with Toast of the Town with Chrissy and Mel, and my lovely partner. See, it's a challenge to screw it up differently every time.
Well, we like to add a little spice to everybody's life, so we're going to keep the variety going.
Start the day off.
I know. It's a beautiful day here in downtown Conroe. A little overcast. I think we're all enjoying a little bit of break from the hot
heat.
sun. Yeah, and the humidity. It's all kind of crazy, but hey, life is good. We're here at Lone Star Community Radio, right here on the square in downtown Conroe. It is so fabulous to see all of these great businesses open. We have the Mercantile that's attached to us. They've got some great, they have leather aprons.
I saw it.
Oh my gosh, I just saw those. They're beautiful. And then we've got Sweet Texas Treasures across the street.
Lovely hats too.
Lovely hats. And then they have the amazing bicycle shop next to us that I have friends that actually frequent because they, are Ironman triathlon goers and everything. But it's such a great place to be if you want to shop.
Yeah.
Come on down because the shops are open.
Right, yeah.
I know.
Yes,
and everybody
Cross fingers.
Everybody's respecting social distancing.
Yeah.
You see some masks, some not masks, but everybody is doing their thing and supporting local business.
It's awesome.
It's always a great day in MoCo, especially day after Election Day. So for all of those.
And what an election we had.
Yeah, and for all of those that got out and voted in the runoff election, thank y'all so much for coming out and doing that. It's always good to voice your opinion and to cast your vote. So we have some election results that we can talk about too. But again, thank you for everybody that did. Don't forget, this is not our last time to vote here in 2020.
Oh no, we get to do it again in November.
Yeah, we've got and there are lots and lots and lots of races that are going to be going on in November.
All kinds of municipal races in addition to our regular.
I know, and our general election. Mm-hmm. And there's so much buzz, and everybody has so many things to talk about. Right. Obviously, the presidential election is just going to keep getting a little bit more tumultuous and interesting and
sticky
and crazy. Oh my gosh, but it's it is what it is, and it's another opportunity to cast your vote. So if you have not registered to vote yet, make sure you do that. I know the Woodlands Township elections are coming up later this fall too, so make sure you get those voter registration cards in if you're not registered to vote.
Do you know
research.
Who's running in the Woodlands Township yet?
You have to just pull that off the top of my head. No.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't dig in there, Christy.
No. It's Wednesday, and I'm still, in post-beach mode.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Had a lovely weekend at the beach with a lovely group of ladies. Had such a great time. Bolivar Peninsula was absolutely shaking with people. You can tell that Texans are not afraid to get outside, get outdoors, and enjoy the sunshine. It was a beautiful, beautiful weekend. There were so many people
enjoying it. I had a ton of friends down there.
I know. I saw a lot of people, tagging in online and everything that they were there and enjoying the weather.
All my friends from down there were, not Bolivar, but Winnie, Chambers County area, there was a ton of them there.
Yeah. And, because I think we're all looking for things to do that, are safe and that are open because there have been so many cancellations. Speaking of Winnie, they actually canceled their rice festival, their annual rice festival, which is always the weekend before Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival.
Yep.
And they have gone ahead and canceled the event for this year. Catfish Festival is still on. We are paying lots and lots of attention to
Nails on the edge of the
to
table.
what we need to do, what we're required to do, and then going way beyond that and working with county and city officials, state officials to make sure that we're doing more than the minimum to keep everybody safe. But as of right now, we're still moving along.
Good.
I know. So, hey, cheers to Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival, and something to look forward to come October 9th, 10th, and 11th. Make sure you mark your calendars for that because we have an amazing entertainment lineup. If you haven't seen it yet, go to ConroeCajunCatfishFestival.com. Friday night, we've got some great entertainment. We have local loved Cannon brand that's going to be opening up the show on the Texas stage. And then we've got Escape, which is a Journey tribute band. And who doesn't love Journey? I know. And then we've got Bag of Donuts, which is a fantastic cover band. Plus, we got Cajun music. Plus, we've got Roger Krager and Wade Bowen and Aaron Watson on Saturday night. And it's going to be on. It's going to be, we're going to have a good time. Good. And I just know that the show is going to go on. I have confidence and faith. Confidence and faith. I'm going to get that tattooed on my arm. So every morning when I wake up, I go, oh, yeah, I got to have confidence and faith. But anyway, there are some things going on right now. So tonight, just FYI, The Adventure Begins, which is down in the Woodlands. It's such a cool store. I'm not a big gamer. Have you ever been there, Dick? Have you ever been to The Adventure Begins? Anyway, it's this great show, but they're doing a virtual trivia night tonight. And then at the Track Shack, so you know me. Mm-hmm. So last night I went to Papa's on the Lake for steak night. Right. Because I like to keep track of all my steak nights. It's very important. And tonight they're doing one because steak is good. It is good. At Papa's in South County. But also going on at the Track Shack, which is a little further south, Miss Leslie's Honky Tonk Steak Night is happening tonight, starting at 7 o'clock. So if you want some good live music, some good country music, and a steak.
Where are they?
At the Track Shack, right off of Rayford. It's a great place. Go and like them on Facebook. They've been doing lots of fun stuff there and serving up lots and lots of good victuals. Mm-hmm. Also, on Thursday, just so you know, tomorrow morning starting at 9:30, the Woodlands Township is hosting their Salute to First Responders blood drive. Obviously, you know, we want to pay respects to all of our first responders who work day in and day out, 24 hours a day to keep us all safe. And so it's a salute to them, but it's a blood drive, which it's such an important time to give blood right now. But if you need a little bit of an extra incentive, with your donation, you get a free COVID test. Ooh. Yeah. Now, who knows if it's reliable or not, but we're just going to roll with that. So if you're interested, it's at 2801 Technology Forest Boulevard. That's going on from 9:30 to 3:30 tomorrow. Also, Rock the Row is happening at Hughes Landing. It is a free outdoor concert. If you are not familiar with Hughes Landing, they have this beautiful outdoor pavilion for their concerts. The Rip Tackett is going to be playing, but that'll be fun. And then this weekend, Davin James and Thomas Michael Riley are going to be at Do-Si Do. We've got a great online cooking demonstration for brain healing foods that's being hosted by Anchor Wellness Center.
Do that again.
Brain healing foods.
Okay, gotcha.
I think I need to heal my brain and heart, but we'll go to that later. But if you go to the Anchor Wellness Center, their Facebook page, they're doing a Facebook Live. So that starts at 11 a.m. So you can get online, be in your kitchen, do your
you can do it along with it. Yeah,
absolutely. It's awesome. And then, and also, you know, one of the things that has really come back around, and I'm so excited, are all the local farmers markets. Mm-hmm. So if you want between 8 and 12 on Saturday morning, the farmers market's going to be alive and well at Grogan's Mill.
We did one last weekend up in Walker County, and it was awesome because, you know, Walker County, there's lots of land and lots of
there is
awesome,
you know
awesome
but
stuff.
it's not, and that's what I think a lot of people don't get if you're not familiar with these farmers markets, is it's more than just produce. You have all these kind of local artisans that bring you know, handmade soaps and candles and all these
furniture
all these great things. Go out, and it's a good opportunity to get out, do some shopping, support local business, support local families. Social distance, wear a mask, all that stuff. But it's a good time to get out and spend some money, but enjoy the outdoors too.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's early enough so it won't be so stinking hot.
And it's also there are foods of different types too. There are jams and jellies and pickles of a million different varieties and all that kind of stuff.
So it's a good time. You know, we're all taking advantage of these different events that are still popping up. I know Pacific Yard House is, you know, still keeping up. They've got dueling pianos this weekend.
I know.
The Country Catfish Catering, they have a food truck now that's outside of Cape Conroe on 105. So they're serving up food. They're trying to find different ways because so many of their events have been canceled. It's wonderful to see all of these businesses evolving with all of this crazy, unpredictable
which
stuff.
I don't know. I mean, it's just me thinking out loud here, but I think that those businesses that survive all of this chaos, okay, I think they're setting themselves up to be more successful and be able to do different things later
Absolutely.
to cover more.
Absolutely. You know, and it really is one of those times where things are just, you know, we're all winging it as we go. You know, there's so much talk right now with new COVID numbers and the debate of what's right, what's wrong, what's accurate, what's inaccurate, what the best path is to continue on and what isn't. You know, to see them evolving, working with it, just trying to find ways. You know, you have some outlets that are saying, "Oh, we need to shut everything down again," and you and I both know, working with small businesses, that you know it's going to have a real huge detrimental effect on a lot of our bars and restaurants if that happens. So,
the bars and the restaurants, which feeds back into the providers and the vendors and the different service providers and I don't know, you and I. It's all said and done.
Yeah, you know, and we had Lindsay Kasperzak on last week with Lone Star Local Guide, and she was talking about how so many of her clients are also trying to find different ways where they can do business or do business safer, where people feel more comfortable with getting out of the house and you know, giving business to these small locations. And you know, I think we're all just kind of trying to figure it out, just like we're all trying to figure out what's going to happen with school. You know, I know Willis ISD, you know, has decided to give parents the option of which way they would like to go, if they want all virtual or all in person, or, you know, and I commend these school districts, the superintendents, the school boards, the teachers, all trying to roll with it and figure out how to proceed. But it's just absolutely devastating to for me, you know, especially with my kids being in high school, to think that the fall semester is going to be possibly a total loss.
Yeah. After the spring semester was a total loss.
Yeah. And, you know, we've already had to do without baseball season. If we have to do without college football season, y'all might as well just lock me in a pen somewhere because
it's not going to be pretty, people.
No, it's not. And, you know, and high school football on top of that with, you know, a football player and a cheerleader, it's like that's fall, that's life. And so to be able to not have that is going to be, it's not only hard for the kids and the faculty.
Sure.
It's going to really affect me. And I'm already like this close to the edge. So this is just
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So it's just
anything we want to discuss?
No.
Okay.
But
just
it's
checking in.
No, not any more than anybody else is dealing with. But it's just trying to feel out what's going on. So, you know, I would love to hear everybody's opinions on what you think is going on. Mel's looking at my phone because it just started ringing. So if you heard that, I'm sorry. But, you know, I'd love to hear your opinions, what you think. You know, I'm on Facebook all the time and I'm looking at people's opinions and what's going on. It's, you know,
and they're just
time.
as varied as they are. They're just as varied within our community
Yes.
as they are across the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one end and the other. And some of them are obviously liberal in their leanings. And then there are others who are ultra conservative but have tendencies like the other side of the aisle from them versus, anyway, I'm perpetually confused.
Yeah, it's just kind of like this.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
constantly
exactly.
changing.
Exactly.
And by the way, for all of those who think that we're saying that COVID-19 is not a real virus, that's not at all what we're saying. I know people that have been personally affected by this virus that are dealing with it. Some that have been completely asymptomatic but have tested positive, and some that have had symptoms and have been fighting it. But the debate comes into how globally effective it truly is. So, you know, we're all just trying to figure this out as we go. It's not like we've all been through this before. So,
And any of us.
well, actually, we kind of have because we have flu season every year. But
Yeah. Oh.
I digress. I digress.
Okay, well, let's toast to that.
So
and move
let's
on.
toast to that. Yes. So, you know, there has been some great news. I don't want to say great news, but in the news, Jeffrey Epstein and his cohort, who is
Ghislaine, or however they're saying her name,
Ghislaine. You know, she's arrested yesterday. They decided to hold her with no bond. So as of right now, she's still stuck in there while they try to figure all this stuff out. So I've been watching the documentary that's on Netflix. It is absolutely astonishing and so intriguing how this story is played out. So I haven't finished the whole thing, but this guy and this lady, allegedly, with the things that they did, it's amazing how they have skirted the law for so many years and gotten away with some of the craziness that they got away with.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's also disturbing.
It's very disturbing. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting news and developments that are going to come out of this, assuming, they do keep her alive until her trial. But, it came out yesterday that she's supposedly married to somebody else. And it's just, it's absolutely insane. It's, and for all those young women that were victims of these alleged crimes, I'm trying to be very politically correct, but it's really heartbreaking to hear their stories and to hear what they've gone through.
Right.
And, it's just really crazy. So if you haven't watched it yet, I would recommend you watch it just because I think it's, with all of this playing out in the media like it's going to, it's a good thing for everybody to know.
And this is the Fox Nation special?
No, this is, it's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
But it's really, there are interviews, video clips of interviews from him, from her. And it's absolutely disturbing. I don't know how in the world they made it for so long without this happening.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, okay.
So,
we have guests today.
We do have guests today.
They're not in the studio with us. But
they're social distancing, which is an option that we absolutely respect
and offer.
And so we're going to tune into them. We're going to have to take a break so we can get them on the phone.
Yeah. So if Dick, if you'll start focusing on that for us, we will take a break and I don't know, have another glass of champagne.
Okay. If you're going out for lunch, make sure you're tuning in to 106.1 or 104.5 on your FM dial. Also on the Moxie Innovative Facebook page, if you'd like to also follow us along live with video. You can also tune in to Lone Star Community Radio, which is irlonestar.com to find out. This is Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. We'll be right back.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health centers have qualified providers and staff striving every day to provide the best quality of care to our patients. Services offered are family medicine, behavioral health services, telepsychiatry, and pediatrics. We have 4 area locations. Look up the Health Center Southeast Texas online at hcset.com.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Is there someone you know who is hooked on vintage aircraft? Follow the Commemorative Air Force and its fleet of World War II planes, including the mighty B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Raiders, which is based in Conroe, Texas. Texas Raiders tours locally and all around the United States, offering the public a chance to put their hands on aviation history. What could be a more perfect gift than a flight on a historic B-17? Taking to the sky on the iconic bomber is an experience that will never be forgotten. For the touring schedule, reservations, or more information, Go to b17texasraiders.org or call 855-FLY-A-B-17.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel. This is Mel, and this is...
I don't know, some chick. Some random chick.
That's Christy, y'all. Anyway, we are here today in beautiful, beautiful, beautiful downtown Conroe, and we are about to welcome our guests.
Yes, we are.
They are coming into us live via...
Do we have both of them on the phone?
I believe so. Yes, we do.
Awesome.
Yes, we do.
So on the phone with us
is
Patricia Brown,
who is
the chairman of the board
of the Chamber of Commerce board, the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce board.
Guys, we're just totally winging this. It was kind of funny.
We haven't done this very often.
But yes,
and she's also the president of Wood Forest National Bank Conroe.
Spit it out.
It's long. It's a long title. And then we also have Brian Bondy with us, who, as everybody knows, the president of
the Conroe, Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce.
That's it. Are you there, guys?
Hey. Hey, guys.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Good. Doing great.
Good. How are y'all surviving this crazy pandemic-ness?
Pandemic.
One day at a time, ladies. One day at a time.
Well, and I know, as somebody that's active with the Conroe Chamber, I know y'all, I got to commend you guys. Y'all have really gone above and beyond to transition these events to virtual events, give people the option of virtual and in-person events when you can. I really can't imagine the challenges that you are faced with, given your task and what your mission statements are in order to adapt with situations like this. So can you tell me what some of the challenges are that y'all have really been facing in all of this?
Well, I mean, like a lot of businesses, our business dropped off the table. Members had to focus on their business and keeping their doors open or just saving their businesses. And dollars that would have gone for sponsorship and tickets kind of dried up. And if you're involved in any kind of nonprofit organization, we're not any different than those groups are. So really it comes down to providing added value, things that we can do digitally that we may not have done before can add some value, not just now, but especially when we come out of the pandemic.
Well, and one of the important things that I think a lot of people, or I say a lot of people, that some people don't always appreciate too, is the fact that the chambers of commerce are much more than just networking opportunities. Y'all do a lot to advocate for small business in your service area.
We just opened up a program with one of our partners. It's a company called Synergy Partners, and they will offer businesses that did not or could not take advantage of the PPP program help with the employee retention tax credit that's also part of the CARES Act to identify potential tax credits. There aren't a lot of chambers of commerce that can offer those kinds of added value services, but because our board has a lot of foresight, and it's the same company that we worked with back in 2017 during the Hurricane Harvey tax credits that were available to businesses. It's that kind of value-added, outside-the-box thinking that we think helps make us stand out as a little bit better than your daddy's Chamber of Commerce.
Right, and what a fantastic resource that is for our small businesses that are really, facing some unique struggles right now.
Yeah. As far as the board goes, Patricia, how did you guys come up with all that? How are y'all developing these new ideas?
Well, as specifically to that idea, Melanie, I mean, like Brian said, we were able to kind of look at programs that have been successful in the past. I will say, as the pandemic hit, Brian's leadership as our president of this of our chamber has been impeccable, because it's communicating, and how do you still communicate, during that. So our whole board has really done a great job. We've continued our executive meetings via Zoom, phone call, when appropriate, social distance, come into the boardroom, but definitely talking We've also formed, a budget task review committee. So during this, I think those ideas also come from that, where we've called on not only current executive board members, but we've called on past board members to come in and help us look at how we continue to be, vital as we have been, and continue to figure out how do we also adjust our model. Just like Brian said, every business in the country is doing that today. So I think our team definitely jumped on that to see what we can do.
Well, what is y'all's feedback been from these small businesses? What is the word on the street, or on the chamber street, if you will, about what their biggest fears are, what they're looking at? I mean, obviously, we've sadly seen some businesses that just haven't been able to sustain themselves through this entire crisis over the last several months. But what is it that you're hearing?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I appreciate you asking that, because we did a survey back in April, and loud and clear, cash flow is the number one concern for our businesses. When we were all at the stay-at-home order, cash flow dried up for retailers, for service businesses. I mean, you name it. Other than the deemed essential businesses, and so because a lot of small businesses don't maintain a lot of cash on hand, that's what created that trickle down effect of now some are closing, some are having to let people go. So I think cash flow is number one, and then the unemployment rate. It's kind of scary.
Yes.
And so getting people back to work has got to be job one. That has got to be what, as a business community, we focus on as much as possible, and get government to focus on.
Yeah, and and I know that we're fortunate to live in an area where we have leadership that is as much committed to economic thrivingness. I don't know.
Thriftiness.
But that, in addition to public safety. So, we're seeing some of these businesses that are still, again, adapting and trying to conduct business here in Conroe and Montgomery County. But there are some real challenges that they're facing, more so than just, being able to have their cash flow to pay their employees and so forth. A lot of it has to do with logistics and such, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think about Patricia's business, where they've got locations literally all over the United States, and what's working here isn't necessarily working there, which isn't necessarily working in another location.
Right.
And that whole human resource element, and just the logistics of how do you balance all of these different orders and whatnot. I commend businesses like Woodforest National Bank for their ability to not only stay operational, but to stay visible in the community, like they are with our events that we have coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's so important. I mean, I know Woodforest always does such a fantastic job of supporting local events. I know that as a board member of the Friends of Conroe and an active, planning committee member of the Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival, Woodforest has always been integral as a sponsor supporter, and appreciating the fact that nonprofits do so much to generate income and support not only local residents, but local businesses as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Christy, we've enjoyed definitely the partnership with the Friends of Conroe, and location right in the middle of that festival, it feels like.
Yes,
so,
no kidding.
So it definitely makes sense. But, to Brian's point, it's all businesses are adjusting, and even for our bank, 750 plus locations across 17 states, and us choosing to be open.
Yes.
Obviously, keeping our lobbies open, as you see us here in our home market with freestanding locations. We chose those locations as well as our Walmart locations to stay open, following CDC guidelines. I mean, very
That's
strict
fantastic.
with that piece, yes, and protecting our employees and customers. So we're proud to do that and be able to be there for customers in the community and continue that piece. And obviously, like many other banks, went in with the PPP loan program and have enjoyed being able to help our communities that we serve in across the board. Obviously, Montgomery County being our home, we were able to surprisingly be recognized with the Houston Business Journal in their May program as a top 10 bank in this Houston market that was able to produce the most help out there. So we feel responsible. I mean, that's why we do it. We enjoy what we do, and a lot of our bankers have been around a long time. I think that, from our bank, and I'm sure to other companies, I mean, banking today probably looks a little different than it did a few months ago. I mean, so we have our digital channels team very busy. So
I'm sure
the opportunity to be able to bank mobily, through full service ATMs, through a phone call to our customer experience center, and look at our website and kind of, look at what the latest cybersecurity issues are that maybe a consumer and a small business need to be on the lookout for, or if you just want to come in and talk to someone. Those are all, the channels that we have definitely, stayed on top of during this pandemic especially. But
and what a great sense of comfort that has to give not only your individual customers, but your business customers as well. Number one, that they have those channels of communication open, but also the fact that y'all are setting this example that says, we're going to be responsible. We want to take care of our employees. We want to take care of our customers, but business is still open in, Conroe, Texas, the United States. And because we see, my sister works in the title business, and, real estate transactions are still happening, and people are still having those, transactions, whether they're online or in person. And to be able to know that you're going to have that continuity of service is such a great comfort to everybody that's just trying to figure out how life goes on during something like this.
Yeah. No, thank you, Christy, for saying that. I appreciate it. And I think about our partnership with, the Conroe Chamber of Commerce, and, as we look at what events look like going forward, we're so proud to be the presenting sponsor of the upcoming Athena Event.
That's
great. Coming up at the end of July 30th.
So tell us about the Athena Event, because I know about this, but not everybody does.
Yeah. So that is a really cool event, Christy, that I'll have to give this to Courtney Gallas, here at our chamber, who went and did some research and found that there were some other chambers, nothing close to our market, but I think we had the closest one maybe in League City that offered this award. And that is a look at a person, specifically a woman, that has been serving in the community in a capacity of leadership, and not only in the community, but even in their business role, whether they own their own business or they're working for another business, and how they have helped other women and mentored and have the characteristics of someone that you would like to be like, honestly, one day.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, we have 17 nominees this year. 18. Wow. 18. We had 17 last year, so if you can believe that. This will be our third year to do this, and our plan would be our second year at Madera Estate here in Conroe. And because of the pandemic, we obviously wanted to choose to be socially responsible to our community, and have recently announced that will be a virtual event. So we're able to honor the nominees and get our sponsors to still stay on board and be a part of this. So a really exciting piece of that is our keynote speaker is Dr. Debbie Sukin from Houston Methodist.
Fantastic lady in our community. Absolutely.
She is.
Well, and I love the fact that that even with all of this, see, so many similarities, still choosing to celebrate the greatness that is Montgomery County and to celebrate great female leadership. That I commend y'all for moving forward and not putting this event on hold and finding a way to work around it, because I think right now more than anything we need to find those different ways that we can celebrate.
That's right, Christy. I know one thing that a few of us have talked about is no matter what we're going through, we're going to get through this. And the part getting through it, we still need to find joy in our lives and joy in our community and give back and help each other through it. And so that's exciting, and I'm happy to be a part of this organization and work for a bank that wants to do the same thing. So, I mean, it goes hand in hand for sure.
Well, you know, and we really are so blessed to have so much great leadership in our area, in the areas of business, in the areas of, you know, nonprofit, in service, in so many different areas. I think it's a wonderful thing that not only that you choose to celebrate this as a chamber, but obviously as your bank, it's something that you value, because obviously they value great female leadership because they've got you at the helm. And that's exciting for all of these, for everybody out there, and especially these young women who are going through these, you know, that are going through these trying times right now and trying to figure out, you know, what's going on, that they know that there's something to still look forward to.
Yes. Yeah.
And kind of like an exclamation point on that is that on Friday this week, we'll be publicly announcing who the finalists are for the Athena Award. I think we're going to be releasing it on our Facebook page. So, you know, it's kind of cool to use social media and digital communications to build the excitement. And, you know, if we were doing this in person, I don't know if it would have had the same value added that it will this way. So it is pretty cool that not only do we keep the event intact and grow it, but we add a different element to it this year, and I think it's going to be very cool for the finalists.
That's so exciting. So how many finalists will you be naming?
Don't know yet.
Don't know yet. Oh, this is.
Tell you
I love this.
Mystery.
The intrigue is building, because I think we're going to have to bring these finalists in and hear more about their stories, because it's always a great thing to celebrate, you know, any leadership. But, you know, whenever you get nominated and you're in a group of finalists in an organization such as the Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce that is so vast and so diverse, absolutely they deserve a little bit of extra celebration. So we're going to have to toast them ourselves. I think we shall.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very cool.
Absolutely.
I think that's a future show for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing that Brian has not got to say yet, and Christy, I mean, and Melanie, so we all know this, that, you know, Conroe, you know, it's been named one of the fastest growing cities in our country.
Yes, it is.
Right.
So we're so excited about that, right? But, you know, our Chamber of Commerce here, our Conroe Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce, you know, Brian has had us be accredited as a 3 for how many years?
Well, we were a 3-star chamber when I got here in 2016.
Okay.
Thank you, Scott Harper, for all his hard work and all the folks that came before. And we get to keep an accreditation for 5 years before we have to resubmit, which we resubmitted just before the pandemic started back at the end of March. And very excited to say that the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce was awarded 5 stars by the U.S. Chamber of
Congratulations, Mr. Bondy. That is quite an achievement.
That's awesome.
And as proud members of your chamber,
thank you.
Thank you for all your hard work and leadership.
Actually, you get the congratulations because it's really the members that make it all happen. We're just kind of the orchestra leaders. But here's something to kind of make you get a little tingly. I get excited every time I talk about it. There's only 202 accredited chambers in the United States, and there's only 40 accredited chambers in the state of Texas. There's only 21 5-star chambers in the state of Texas. And we're one of them,
That's
and we're one of only 2 in the Houston area, Fort Bend being the other chamber, that are 5-star chambers.
That is amazing.
That's awesome. That's
pretty rarefied here, folks.
Well, and it's such a testament to your amazing staff also, because you really do. You are surrounded by some of the best who are committed to not only working hard for their members, but also getting out in the community and building those relationships that make it such a wonderfully economical, viable place to live and work and play. So hats off to you and your staff and all the chamber members, because it really is a wonderful organization to be a part of.
It's a team win. Everybody wins. I talked to a real estate professional last night. He said Conroe and the lake area is on fire. People are coming here in droves, new homes, resale homes. It's freaky cool how awesome this area is, and we just love being a part of it.
Awesome. And we're so glad to have you as a part of it. So glad to have you as part of the chamber. And I know that there's more that we want to talk about. I think we're going to take a quick break. Let y'all, catch your breath, because I know we've been going and going. I'm so excited. I want to hear more about this online Athena leadership event.
We've also got some August and September events that come up with you guys too. And don't we?
Yeah.
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 And we have a big one in October.
Yeah,
yes.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
I know. We're
let's,
so excited. So we're going to
so let's talk about
take a
those
little
too.
break. So if you're watching us on Facebook, remember that if you're getting in the car, you can also find us on 104.5 and 106.1 on your FM dial. You can also tune into irlonestar.com on your phone. You can also watch us on Facebook, like we said, on the Moxie Innovative page. This is Toast of the Town with Christy and Mel, and we will be right back.
Statistics show that 1 out of every 6 Texans struggles with food insecurity and hunger. And many people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. The Better Living for Texans program is here to help you learn how to make healthy menu choices, save money at the grocery store, prepare quick and delicious meals, get more good nutrition in your day, and get more physical activity. Classes are fun, friendly, interactive, and free, and taught in English and Spanish. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio. Broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Did you know that there are over 153 million orphans in the world today? The sad reality is 99% of those kids will likely never be adopted. Core Love is an organization right here in Conroe that takes care of orphan children in Haiti, Honduras, and India. We bring the love of Jesus by providing their 6 basic needs of clean water, proper food, healthcare, education, job skills, and a loving home. Visit corelove.org. That's CORELUV.org. Will you help defend the orphan?
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Christy and Mel with Toast of the Town here, just talking about and celebrating the best that Montgomery County has to offer.
I know. And in line with that, we have 2 of the best of Montgomery County on the line. We have Mr. Brian Bondy with the Conroe Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce and Miss Patricia Brown, who is with Woodforest National Bank and also the acting chairwoman of the Conroe Chamber. And we've been talking about, so much about small businesses adapting to the pandemic conditions and all these things. And this wonderful opportunity that you guys seize every year to honor outstanding women in our community that are really setting the bar for community leadership.
Yes, we are happy and excited that we've been able to offer that program, and we've really, Christy, have received good feedback and really good participation throughout all of Montgomery County. So when I think about our couple of past winners, Dr. Tejada won last year, and our first year is Danielle Shiner.
Oh,
so,
and we love Danielle. And she's an Aggie too, just FYI. It's an important thing.
She is an Aggie.
See, these are things I know. But it's I think it's so cool though, because you're finding ways to adapt to be able to hold this event online. And I assume that if people are interested in supporting the event, they can go to conroe.org in order to find out all the details. But they can also tune in to the Conroe Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page. Wait, maybe I should say the 5-star accredited Conroe Lake Conroe Area Chamber of Commerce Facebook page to watch the live announcement of the finalists for the Athena Leadership Award on Friday. Is that right?
That's going to be very cool.
Yes.
You got to be there.
I'm so
that
excited.
Is right.
Because
I want to share with you something that's kind of pretty awesome. The first couple of years of the event, there's a really strong committee of women that really forged the nominations and brought them in for review. This year was the first year where we literally went out to the public and said, okay, we're looking for nominations. And so we actually ended up with more nominations this year than we did the first 2 years. And then the other part of it is the committee totally backs out of the process. We send the applications to Athena International, and a committee of past board chairs of that organization literally vets all of the applications, reads through them, scores them, and then tells us, here's who we think your finalists should be, here's who we think your winner should be. I mean, it is totally and 100% objective, and that's what makes this event so cool, not just for the chamber, but for the entire county.
No kidding. I think that
awesome.
I mean, it gives so much bolstering to what that award and just being nominated for it really means. I mean, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's important that it's not the chamber that's voting on this. It's not a committee that's picking this. This is another group, an objective group that
totally outside the realm.
Yeah, totally outside looking at this.
So tell me this. So is there still time for people to sign up to sponsor the event?
Yes. Thanks for that question. We do have tickets available. It's a virtual ticket. Obviously, it'll get you a chance to be a part of the event. It's $45 per person, and you can go to conroe.org and click on the information for Athena. Surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, ticket sales have actually been robust, and we just went all digital announcing that late last week, and the response has been pretty amazing. I'm very excited for the whole event, but especially for the finalists and ultimately the recipient for this year.
Well, there's nothing more exciting than being able to celebrate great leadership without your pants on your couch.
Yeah. So, Christy, one thing that's hilarious. So that does go with kind of the pandemic, I understand. But one thing that is really cool about Athena, because Athena, the award is centered around the Greek goddess. So the thought of the Greek goddess and our theme as across Athena International is when you come to the event, you wear white if you can, like some kind of white, a white blouse, white jacket, or white outfit. So we are asking even digitally on Zoom for everyone to still try to wear white if they can.
Perfect.
Which will be kind of cool.
Whites, but no whitey tighties. That's a little too much on a Zoom call. I think it's fantastic.
It's going to go downhill way too fast.
Sorry, the bubbles are getting to my head. But I think it's cool, though, too, because it also gives a great opportunity if you want to get into the whole spirit of this event and what the Chamber of Commerce offers is, go ahead and schedule a DoorDash delivery or go pick up lunch from one of our local restaurants that are chamber members. Support your local business. Have lunch. Enjoy it in your white and celebrate the amazing female leadership that we have in Montgomery County. I think it's a wonderful idea.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah. So, and we know that y'all have some other events that are tentatively scheduled for the fall still.
Yes. I think, Brian, we have our August event,
August the 10th, the State Controller of Public Accounts, Glenn Hager, is going to be here with the legislature scheduled to jump back into session in January.
Mm-hmm.
It's the controller that tells the legislature how much money they have to spend in the next biennium. So having him here in Conroe just a few months before that session starts ought to be pretty enlightening.
Yes.
That will be at the Lone Star Convention Center. We may end up doing a version of it online as well, or if crazy times pervade, we'll just do the whole thing digitally. But, it's always a great opportunity to hear from somebody who is actually pretty level-headed. We've had a number of visits with him over the years and really find him to be extremely informative.
Yeah,
and of course,
and being able to communicate these very complex budgetary situations into ways that everybody can kind of understand it and how their tax dollars work.
Yeah, great point. I mean, with the price of oil tanking the way it did back in March and April, I'd like to know how Texas has recovered from a revenue standpoint. Is that going to affect my pocketbook at the end of the year? I sure would like to know about that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we move into our big major event in October, which is Lobster Fest.
Oh, love Lobster Fest.
We love lobster.
I love Lobster Fest. It really is. It's such a cool opportunity. And for those that have never been there,
oh my
gosh. It is crazy the level of participation that you guys have from businesses, from people. It is an amazing event. And the food is great too, but everything is just so cool.
Well, it's a lot like the Cajun Catfish Festival.
Sure.
It's a community event. It's not just a chamber event. It's something that brings people together, brings volunteers together, and that is what community is all about.
Yes, it is. And what day is Lobster Fest slated for right now?
October 1st will be the dinner, and October 2nd will be the golf tournament.
Perfect. And then a week later, we run right into Catfish Festival, so you get your big lobsters, and you can have your crawfish a week later. It's like the world is happy again.
It's perfect.
How about that?
I know. So where can everybody go to find out more information about the Athena Leadership Luncheon and also the Glenn Hager opportunity and Lobster Fest, all these great things that people can sign up for? What is the best way for them to get more information?
Number one is Conroe.org. In fact, we just June 1st rolled out a redesigned website. It's more navigable than previously, so it's easier to find things. That's the best way to do it. Of course, you can always reach out to us via Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Ashley has done an outstanding job of taking advantage of every social media channel available.
Yes, she does.
And I think it's so great, too. Conroe.org, it really can't get any easier than that. But just also remember, if you're not a member of the Chamber or if you don't know what the Chamber is about, it is more than just fun breakfasts and getting around and meeting new people. There's so much that the Chamber does for you as a small business, but also as a resident of this community. So take advantage of a 5-star accredited Chamber of Commerce, one of only 2 in the Houston area. What a fantastic, subtitle that you have there that y'all have worked so hard to earn.
Thanks. It's a we thing. We have great members. We have great leadership, great community. I mean, let's face it. If you're not in Conroe, Lake Conroe area, you're on the outside looking in, and that's too bad.
It is too bad. So, who wants to be on the outside looking in? We don't want to do that. That's no, we're very inclusive here. We want everybody to be a part of the Chamber and be a part of the fun that we have.
Join the party.
I know. And go and buy your tickets, $45. Support not only the local Chamber, but celebrate the amazing female leadership that we have in Montgomery County. Do it in your boxers, not your whitey tighties, but you can do it from the comfort of your couch. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity because we all really need to focus on the positives. And boy, are we blessed with positive female leadership in this area.
Yeah, that's right.
Including you, Miss Patricia Brown. And
thank you guys so much.
The example that you set for all women in this area is exceptional. We're so lucky to have you as a part of the Chamber, as a part of this community. And Brian, thank you for all your hard work, for what you do to support our community, to support local business. I'm just very, very proud to know both of you.
Thank you, Christy.
Appreciate that.
That was very sweet.
You're welcome.
And Melanie, we appreciate it. Thank you for having us on the show today.
Absolutely.
And, you know, when all this craziness dies down, we're going to have y'all in studio again, and I think we're going to have to celebrate the winner of the Athena Award in addition to the finalists. And, you know, keep moving this celebration forward because that's what it's all about.
Well, if you're going to have bubbly, I'm there. You don't have to ask me twice.
You know what?
Hey,
and you know we always do. So here's toasting to you guys for absolutely being some of the best in Montgomery County. And thank you for all the work you do. And thank you for participating with us and having fun with us on the phone today.
Great.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Y'all have a great day.
Y'all too. Stay
Y'all
safe
too.
out there.
All right.
Wow.
What
I'm so excited.
I know. It's a great show.
I
It
know.
has been an awesome show,
And now
and it's over like that.
And now I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to wear that's white?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm going to find it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
keep it socially appropriate.
There's
Anyway,
the challenge.
so we are officially over halfway through the
Through the
week.
week, that's right.
It is hump day. We
Over.
are over the major part of the hump. It is all downhill from here, just kind of like our show. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Toast the Town with Christy Mel. Special thanks to Brian Bondy and Miss Patricia Bound for joining us via phone today. If you have an event or business or whatever that you would like to share, please reach out to us on the Moxie
We've
Innovative
got great
Facebook
shows
page.
lined up,
We
too.
do, and we would love to share all of the news because we are always celebrating the best of Montgomery County. So thank you for once again tuning in to Toast of the Town with Christy Mel after our 2-year anniversary.
We did
Yes,
have a
we didn't even
2-year
celebrate.
anniversary. It's
Anyway,
awesome.
we will see you next week. Until then, stay safe.
Today's show was recorded and broadcasted live on irlonestar.com, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and all rights and ownership are reserved to Lone Star Community Radio. For more information regarding this program and Lone Star Community Radio, visit us online at irlonestar.com. Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station, serving the community with local programming on TV, radio, and online. If you enjoyed today's program, please support us by sponsorship or starting your own show. Contact us today by phone or text at 936-666-1084 or email the station at lscrstudios@gmail.com.